Hello, everybody. This is Noah and John, and we are from UrbanDigs, and it is Monday. So you're going to get your Brooklyn market update. John, let's get right to it. I'm looking at supply came in at 32.43. Show me that chart.
Yeah, so 32.43, that is a slight increase from the week before. And that's what we've seen so far in Brooklyn this spring. Supply is trending up ever so slightly.
Yeah, doing different things, different story here than in Manhattan. But I think pending sales is going up at a much faster pace. Let's move on to that measure of Brooklyn demand. I'm looking at pending sales at 3,152. Johnny, show me that chart.
And you're right again, Noah. Brooklyn pending sales is increasing at a faster pace. It's up 2% from the week before at 31.52. And, it's just going.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hybrid market. It was recovering earlier than Manhattan, and it's just continuing to recover. Let's go to the weeklies. Maybe they could tell us what's happening here. I'm looking at supply, Johnny. I see 367 things came on the Brooklyn market in the last week. That's up about 20%. Show me that chart.
Yeah, and from the week before, it's roughly up about 11%. And it's interesting because I think we're seeing the same trends that we're in Manhattan that we are in Brooklyn, which is we're starting to see stuff really come onto the market now and start to accumulate a little bit.
Exactly. The listing season in Brooklyn is in full gear. If your buyers at home keeping score, this is close to probably it, I would think, right? You know, April, May, June, and that's kind of it. Once you get to July and August, things usually typically slow down, but there's nothing typical about what's going on here. So who knows? So let's move on to the measure of weekly demand in Brooklyn. They put 237 things in contract. That looks like it's down just a bit. John, show me that chart.
It's down about 4% since we measured last week. And, but look, it's still well over 200 contracts, which is a solid number for Brooklyn. I don't think this takes anything away from the demand side on the Brooklyn equation right now. And things are still quite warm. Hot,
yeah, exactly.
To be honest, in Brooklyn.
If you look at the 1 month chart, you could see that supply is up 10%, pending sales is up 6.5%, off market's up a lot. So, I mean, there's still kind of net deduction of inventory, even though supply is trickling higher. This is kind of telling me that there's really not much stuff net on a monthly basis. So maybe that supply will kind of flatline soon.
Yeah, and if you just look at the ticker, right, the ticker is just all green, and that kind of tells you what you need to know right there.
Exactly. That's it's good until it's not. So let's enjoy it while it lasts. Let's go break down this Brooklyn recovery. We're going to completely break down the Brooklyn recovery over here. I want to start and show you, if you look at the bottom, okay, we got studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, etc. We got co-ops and condos and townhouses down here. Okay. So we got the bed count on the left, we got the prop types in the middle, and then we got the price points on the right. And what we're looking at here is pending sales. Yeah. How many pending sales are there right now? That's in black. And how many pending sales were there a year ago? And that's in red. And the reason I wanted to show you this is just look at that recovery. And if I had to just point out a couple of things here, John, look at the 2-bedroom jump right over here. Look at the 3-bedroom jump right over here, and look at the townhouse jump right over here. That is some crazy moves. And if you want to know where the migration is, that is showing you.
Yeah, it's a fantastic point, and that's something that we've seen in other data sets, which is that buyers are buying bigger. And I think a lot of this can be explained. There's a sort of a net migration. The original thought was that people are leaving Manhattan because of this pandemic. This is a year ago. People were talking, oh, that's it, pandemic, Manhattan's over, goodbye. But fast forward a year, it's not over. It seems like if there's any migration, it was across the East River. And this is where we see the data right now, which is they're snapping up 2 beds, 3 beds, like they're going out of style town. I mean, just look at the jump in townhouses. Goodness sakes.
Incredible.
I mean, it's
incredible. Amazing. Yeah, if that's not showing you the change in behavior, I don't know what is. Now, if we had to break these down and to show you what pie charts are so you could see what the total market is, when I look at the Brooklyn market and I break down pending sales, I mean, this is 3 bedrooms plus is 41% of the market. Yes. 2 bedrooms are 31% of the market. So, I mean, between the two of those, you got 72% of the market is 2 bedrooms or more. That is your movement, John.
Yeah.
It's quite incredible. If you look at price point, look at the price point here. I mean, the majority of the deals right here are going to be in the $1 to $2 million sector. And of course, the $660 to $1 million sector. That's your breakdown. 5 million plus is still a very small piece of the pie.
Yeah.
And finally, prop type. Look at those townhouses. The townhouses right now are almost on par with the condos. which is just it's just crazy to see how much of the pie the townhouses are taking up. And finally, John, why don't you introduce this pipeline pricing chart to end the day?
Yeah, so this is a very similar chart to the one we did for Manhattan last week. And basically what we're looking at is the median last asking price for all the deals that were put into contract. So the first bar is November 2020. So all the deals that have been put into contracts on November 2020, in November 2020, and since have, or 1.2. Fast forward now to April 2021, the deals that were put into contract then had a last asking price of 1.25. So we're seeing a slow but steady sort of increase in the median deal price. Now, obviously, there's listing discounts and things like that we're not privy to
Right.
until we actually get the closing price. But it's certainly a signifier that there is intense demand, and buyers are really competing for these properties at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only way to kind of look ahead until you get that price discovery of closed data. And I mean, if you add this, right, the last ask median with the fact that listing discounts are going down and the bid ask spread is getting narrower, you got to think, all right, 1.2 back in November, maybe that deal was at 1.1, 1.25 today, maybe that deal's at 1.2, right? Yeah. So that is what the future pricing pipeline is trying to tell you. Very, very interesting stuff. Thank you, John Walker, for compiling all this data. I am Noah Rosenblatt. We're both from UrbanDigs. This has been your Brooklyn market update. If you have any questions on this market, please do visit our forum. Other than that, have a great day, and we'll catch you at the end of the week.